Hello students, let us continue with the definition of terms such as we have taken a look at definition and axioms, and today's class we will take a look at Euclid's postulates and theorems. So to start with postulates, there are many postulates, 5 of which are listed, they are not in order. So the first one, a straight line may be drawn from one point to another point, and it is derived from Axiom 5.1 of the book 13 Elements. Given two distinct points, there is a unique line that passes through them. So first of all, let's take a look at it with the help of a diagram. So according to the axiom, if there are two distinct points here, now how many lines can pass through each of these points? I'll say infinite number of lines. Many lines can pass through these points. How about this point? I'll call my point, this point P, and I'll call this point Q. We'll label it later. So infinite number of lines. So how about line passing through both these points? Let's check. Can there be any other point? I'll call this point Q. So can there be any other line that can pass through these 2 points? Obviously from the diagram we can see that no other line can pass through these 2 points. So this line, there is always a unique line that can pass through two distinct points. So this is my postulate number 1. Now let's take a look at the second one. A terminated line can be produced indefinitely. So what is a terminated line? A terminated line is nothing but a segment. A segment is always terminated. We have studied that in the previous classes. Obviously, I can extend it in both the directions. And these lines can be extended indefinitely to reach out of the board, to reach out of the world. So you can see that a terminated line can be extended indefinitely in both the directions. So the third one, a circle can be drawn with any center and radius. Obviously we know that to draw a circle, first of all we need a point and we need a radius. So placing your compass here and the pencil point here, you can just, suppose this is my compass, I can just draw a circle, right? So if you can see this, I have drawn a circle with my radius. So with center O and radius OP, let's say equal to 3 units, I can draw a circle. The fourth axiom, all right angles are equal to one another. Obviously all right angles are going to measure 90 degrees, so obviously they are equal. We don't really need to draw a diagram for this. The fifth postulate is a very tricky one, which is why it is explained towards the end of the chapter, but just let us understand what it is, what it means. So let's read it. If a straight line is falling on two straight lines, so my straight lines, first I'll take the two straight lines. Now my straight lines could be like this, or they could be like this, or they could be like this. So these could be my two straight lines. And there is a line falling on these two straight lines. So my line, let's say I'm just keeping one straight line like this in the same direction. So if it makes interior angles on the same side of it taken together less than 2 right angles, so it's making interior angles. So first of all, let's see, you have this interior angle with this. These two are interior angles on one side and these two are interior angles on one side. Similarly, you have interior angles on one side and interior angles on one side. Again, you have interior angles on one side, these two and these two, correct? Now interior angles on the same side that are less than 2 right angles. So sum of 2 right angles is how much? It is 90 degrees plus 90 degrees, which is 180 degrees. So if the sum is less than 90 degrees, so let's see over here, this is an acute angle and this is an acute angle. So both are less than 90 degrees. So the sum is obviously, this is less than 90 degree, this is less than 90 degrees. So the sum of these two angles is going to be less than 180 degrees. Let's say over here if I have a 90 degree and 90 degree. So these two are, when you combine them, it's going to be 180 degrees. So this won't stand because we need something that is less than 180 degrees. And what if you have something as 90 degrees and less than 90 degrees? Sorry, I'll say that this is 90 degrees, for example, over here, and this is less than 90 degrees over here, correct? So obviously the sum of this is also less than 180 degrees. So this sum of interior angles is less than 180 degrees. Here it is equal to 180 degrees, and here it is less than 180 degrees. So we are going to consider this case and this case as per what is given in the fifth postulate. So less than two right angles, then the two straight lines, if produced indefinitely, meet on that side on which the sum of angles is less than two right angles. So which is the side where the sum of interior angles is less than two right angles? This is the interior side over here, this is the side, and this is the side, correct? So when these two lines are extended indefinitely, they are bound to meet at a certain point. Similarly, the sum of angles, interior angles here is less than 180 degrees. Therefore, these two lines are, if these two lines are extended indefinitely, then they are bound to meet at a certain point. But here, since it is equal to 180 degrees, as we have assumed, these two lines when extended in this direction, they are not going to meet indefinitely. So these were the 5 postulates. The fifth one is a little tricky one to understand from the statement that's given. That's why it's kept for the last part of your chapter in your textbooks. So we have taken a look at definitions, axioms and postulates. So what is pending now is theorems. But before we proceed to theorems, just a few last statements to make. Axioms and postulates, they are used interchangeably nowadays. And also the system of axioms is said to be consistent. Why? Because axioms are statements that are universally accepted. Universally accepted and left undefined. So if from the system of axioms you are not able to come up with a statement that contradicts any of the axioms, then the system of axioms is said to be consistent. So this was about axioms and postulates. Now based on axioms and postulates, Euclid derived certain results, or he made certain propositions. Propositions is nothing but a formal proposal. And these results are known as theorems. So theorems are going to be nothing but they are going to be a formal statement mentioning certain result. So when a statement is already given, the theorem will be the statement, and you will have to go ahead and so these theorems are already proved. That is why theorems are going to be statements which are further going to be proved, which is why results or proposition. So with this we have completed our section terms, definition, which consists of definition, axioms, postulates and theorems. We will take a look at the remaining topics in the forthcoming lectures. Thank you.
Hope this video increased your knowledge. For more such videos and a completely free educational content, log on to www.epathshala.org or visit our ePathshala YouTube channel. We have each and every question solved for maths, physics, chemistry and biology. So subscribe our channel, share with your friends, like our Facebook page and follow our Twitter handle for regular updates and important educational tips, and also win ePathshala goodies. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe this channel and enjoy the freedom of education.